A few people have asked me how I put together the Memphis Blues Again video where I'm on stage with 5 other me's all playing at the same time. So I thought I would put together this video and show you exactly how I put it together. First thing is when I decided I wanted to do the Memphis Blues Again, which just happens to be my favorite Bob Dylan song. I'm not really a drummer, so I knew I was going to have to practice that drum part a little bit. So for about a week or two, every night I'd sit behind the drums and put on the headphones, plug them into my iPhone, and bring up the Bob Dylan version of Memphis Blues Again, and just play drums along with it, and kept doing that every night until I felt confident enough to play it. So the first thing I did was set up a click track at 136 beats per minute. And just so it didn't sound so stiff, I put a digital delay on it. Give it a little more of a rolling flavor. The next thing I did was I opened up a drum machine that I use called Battery, and I programmed a kick drum and snare drum part that matched pretty much what the original drummer was doing, so I could play along with that instead of just trying to play to the click track. So, added that in. There's 9 verses in this song. I didn't want to have to be thinking constantly as I was playing the drums against the click track what verse I was in, so I decided I would record a reference guitar and vocal track so I would know where I was in the song as I played the drums. So this is basically what I listened to as I listened to headphones and played the real drum track. The next thing I wanted to do was add the bass. Most of you probably won't know this, but that one little line that goes "ba-doo-doo-doo-doo," I actually got that from an old early 60s hit called Mother-in-Law, 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 and you can hear me playing that. Okay, I'm a thief. No. The next thing I wanted to add was the acoustic guitar. The next thing I wanted to do was record the electric guitar, and I happened to play that on my Epiphone Casino. Those of you familiar with the Beatles might recognize the guitar. It was actually a very popular guitar used by both John, Paul, and George during the Revolver sessions. And George and John actually played their Epiphone Casinos during their last American tour. And if you've ever seen a video of them playing on San Francisco, their last concert ever, they both had their Epiphone Casinos, which look very much like the one that you're going to see right now. Alrighty. Next up was the B3 Hammond organ, and for that I used a plugin called the Hammond B3X. You can see right there. And it sounds very much like a real B3. By the way, this thing here, if you have a kitty cat like I do, and he likes to jump up on the keys while you're trying to work or play or do whatever, highly recommend getting one of these. This is a plexiglass monitor stand, actually. And by placing it over the keys, it keeps the kitty cat off the keys. The kitty cat can just sit right up there and allow you to work in peace without getting in your way. Or my cat's favorite key on the keyboard is the delete key, and kitty cats have deleted many important files. But speaking of kitty cats, here comes one now. This is Teddy Cat, by the way. Anyway, so finally it was time to do the lead vocal. And to be honest, I wasn't quite sure what, just in case the kitty cat goes back up here. Wasn't quite sure whether I should try to imitate Bob Dylan the way he sang the song, which would have been like a, "Oh, mama, can you just really believe it?" Do you want something? Or if I should sing it more straight. So I decided I'd just sort of wing it, not think about it, just sing it and let it come out however it was going to come out, which ended up being sort of a combination of the two. And where's the vocal here? So here's the vocal.
For the rack man draw circles up and down the block. I'd ask him what the matter was. I know that he don't talk. Hey lady, treat me kindly, and they furnish me with tea. But deep inside my heart, I know I can't escape.
Whoa, mama, can you really believe it? I'm really glad I didn't do it like that. Okay, that's wraps up the music recording portion of this video. Now I'm going to head down to the video, quote-unquote, editing suite and show you how I put the video together. Be right there. Okay, so now we are in the video editing room, and I've got my Final Cut Pro application up from Mac, and it's a very good video editing program. So the first thing I had to do was bring all of the 6 instrument tracks that I recorded of myself into the program, and you can see them all up here. For example, here's the drums, and I played each part against a green screen so I could remove it after. Now, Final Cut Pro makes it pretty easy to get rid of the green screen. Over here in the effects, there's a thing called keyer, and you just drop the keyer into the video track on the timeline, and as you can see, the background disappears. And then sometimes you got to tweak it a little bit just to make sure the color's right. It looks a little more real. And then you want to crop out all of the extraneous stuff that doesn't need to be seen, so do that like that. And now we have drum track against a transparent background. Same thing with all the other ones. Electric guitar. Here's the bass. Here's the keyboard. Now if you watch closely here, right around here, you're going to watch. Oh, did you see it? That's a wild kitty cat running around behind the stage. There he goes. All right. The acoustic guitar. Here's the vocal. The next thing was I wanted to create a stage where all 6 of me would be playing at the same time. Of course, I didn't want to have just one static shot of the whole stage for the whole video, because that would get boring really fast. So I wanted to make it look like there were different camera angles. And so, for example, so as you can see here, I've got a bunch of different tracks. This one is just the drums. Also what I did is I put in a background, which was mostly red, but as the song plays, every time I sing Memphis Blues again, I had the background turn blue. So here is the drum track. And then I wanted to have a shot of just the bass player and the drummer. There's the background turning blue. There's 4 tracks actually. There's the video of the bass player, and I can turn that on and off. Put him back in. Do the same thing with the drummer. Turn the drummer on and off and on. And then there's the background. I can get rid of that. And then the music track. And the way I create these stages, I can move the bass player, put him anywhere I want. Next one I did was the guitar and the drummer.
He's in the alley with his pointed shoes and his bib.
And I had one with just the bass player and the keyboard player.
Oh, mama, can this really be the end?
One with just the drummer, the singer, and the bass player.
Now the senator came down here, showing everyone his gun.
The singer's in front because his video track is on top, and then the bass player. Now, if I were to move the singer down below the bass player, you would get this weird effect. Although I could shrink the lead singer, like so. And that looks like now he's actually is behind the bass player.
Handing out the tickets to the wedding of his son.
Or I could move him. Now he's still in front of the drummer, but now he's behind the drummer.
Get caught without a ticket and be discovered beneath the truck.
Okay, so you get the idea there. I did one with the drummer, the guitar player, and the singer.
When everyone is gone, handing out the tickets.
And we got one with the singer, the keyboard player, the bass player, and the acoustic guitar guy.
Ask him what he knows, know that he don't talk.
And finally, we have the whole band.
Give a look to get caught without a ticket and be discovered beneath the truck.
Okay, so I had all those different videos, camera angles of the stages. So the final step was to make the final video. This is the switcher. So as the video plays, you see the pointer turns into a little razor blade there. As the video plays, I can click in here and it will change which camera angle is going to the final video. So if I click here, it's the drummer and the bass player. If I click over here, it's just the drummer alone. Click over here, it's just the drummer and the singer. Down here again, it's the full band. You'll see up here, the blue square indicates which camera angle is coming this way.
That he don't talk. And ladies treat me kindly, and they finish me with tea. But deep inside my heart, I know I can't escape.
Oh, mama! And that's how I did it. All right. Hope you enjoyed that little presentation. And do we have a kitty cat around here that wants to say goodbye? Yeah, we do. Say goodbye. That's Teddy Cat. Ellie Cat didn't make much of an appearance in this one, did he? Oh well.
Oh, the back man draws circles up and down the block. I'd ask him what the matter was.